Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the play for game one. Was planning to play in tonight's challenge, but unfortunately it did not fire. It was a 64, and unfortunately we could not get 64 players, which kind of makes sense with the holiday weekend. A little bit worried about that. Honestly, I'm expecting that the showcase on Saturday, so tomorrow, will likely fire, but not have a lot of people. I'm actually a bit surprised on the timing as far as the showcase. All right, opponent also keeps opening 7. We'll play a forest, sprawl for a red. In case we draw into a chrysalis, we'll pass. Hollowed Fountain and Shock for white. Prismatic Ending? Oh. March. Close enough. There's a Chrysalis. We'll play the Windswept Teeth. We'll pass. Flooded Strand Fetch. 17 for. Watergrave Shock for. Teeth of Frog. Put a pause on end step. I will fetch. I will surveil. I'll put a sprawl on top. Sprawl for red. Temple. Do I play a Chrysalis or a K command here? I'm going to say let's force check. Though, shields are down right now. No, I still think we force check. Question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Chrysalis does get us to 12, 13. Yes. At the same time, I'm going to scry draw. Ugin, Emrakul, bottom, top, draw, frog down, pass, and pass. Could be Goryo's. Draw, K return, cast Chrysalis. Do you have consign? No consign. Body hits board. Stomping ground tapped and pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Too short of Emrakul. Then we do have Ugin online. There's Faithful Mendings. Looks like Goryo's. Ephem and Mending Tiard. Okay. Paying cost for Preordain. Top, bottom, draw, Thoughtseize. Frog. We're going to force check again. And draw Ice Till. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 2 would be 5, so we can't go that route. So, trigger 1. Trigger 2. Ugin, target, and yield all. But I'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. Alright, now that I know it's Goryo's, cage in. Let's see here. Cage in, Strict Serenade in. That's about it. So trimming Ugin, Rumble, K return. Let's run it back. It's a little bit slow, but it is workable. We'll keep. We'll pass. But we'll fetch Surveil. At least that would make the most sense to me. Solitude to Yard. We'll put a pause on end step. You have a turn 2 Frog again. What appear you do? We'll fetch. Commercial District Surveil. Emrakul to Yard. And draw. Grafdigger's Cage is pretty good here. In that case, I will play Ghost Quarter, Talisman. Do you have a force? Force checking. And Cage, and pass, and pass. So Goryo's is offline until they take out Cage. Frog will connect down to 18. Is it a Thoughtseize? It is. I imagine you take the K command. I'd be surprised if you took anything else to be completely... Really? Alright, well, call me surprised. Draw, Sprawl, Wooded Foothill, fetch. For a forest. Sprawl. For red. Do we play the Myco Spawn? Probably not. Likely a consign. So let's use the K command on their turn instead. Land for turn, combat. K command, scry draw, exile. And there's a hard cast force. We'll pass in full. We'll take 1. Down to 16. And draw Ice Till. Fetch Reverting Cat for a forest. And I will kick a Myco Spawn. Let's see, blue, blue, black, black, only 1 white. So in that case, we'll take out the Hollowed Fountain, yield all. No consigned memory, that is surprising. In that case, I'm actually going to go with Shifting Woodland. Yes. And pass. Fledgestrand fetch down to 13, Surveil. And pass. Attack, do you float? I'd imagine you do. Yep, frog floats, no blocks. Down to 14. Draw, Bajuka Bog. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leaving back 1, 2. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I need how much mana would I need? I need 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can actually hit 9. So in that case, we need to make sure... Okay, we can do it like this. I still explore. Is it a subtlety? It is a subtlety. Yield all. Yield all. put it on top, and I suppose I'll just Bajuka Bog you then. We'll pass, no attacks, and pass. Attack with Frog and Subtlety. I'll block the Frog. Pitching Atraxa. Pitching Efem. Maiko's down to 11. And draw. Let's try this again, shall we? Ice Tail. Paying cost for Efem, rebound. 6 plus 10 down to 1. 1, 2, 3. Now we're short on the shifting woodland then. Put this to bottom. We'll pass and pass. Did they get too cocky here? Can we win? Potentially. We need one more type in yard. The problem. I can actually get that type in yard too. Off the sprawl. I mean, lethal's on board at this point. So I think I have to go for it. End step, draw. Ghost Quarter, target my land with sprawl on it. Yes. For a forest. Shifting woodland, target Emrakul the Promised End. And go to combat. Do you have a Solitude? There's Solitude, pitching Prismatic. Yield all. Go to second main phase. Cast Talisman and pass and pass. Well, at least it got us some more turns, what it's worth. And draw. That is lethal on board. We will concede. Alrighty. Let's bring the rumble back in and trim the gemstone and run it back. On the play for game 3, I will keep, though the Devour and the Surveil land are a bit awkward, I will admit. I'll reveal. There's Sprawl. I do like Sprawl here. I'll grab Sprawl. Commercial District Surveil, Sprawl on top, and pass. And pass. Draw. Forest. We'll say for blue. Talisman. And hold the Strict Serenade for a frog, I suppose. Thoughtseize will resolve. I imagine you take the Rumble. Yep. I don't imagine you missed your land drop. Alright. We'll draw. Ice Till. Man, kind of wish I had a fetch now. I don't want to play Chrysalis directly into Consign, but I think I'm going to. Yield all. And there's Consign. It's the body or the triggers. Hits the trigger. We'll pass in full. Frog. Draw. I will play Ice Still. Let's see here. Ice Still. You have a Subtlety. Ugin Lab. Triggers. Yield all. No imprint. Whiff on the Ice Still's quite unfortunate. Flooded Strand fetch 17. Yeah, definitely times where I almost want to go up a fetch. I know about the Strict Serenade. Keeps it on top. Alright, do you have Goryo's plus a target? Attack. I'll block. Pitch of Plains. Pitch an Ephem. Chrysalis down. Second Frog, one in hand. And draw. Ugin Lab triggers. No imprint. Shifting Woodland trigger. Devour of Destiny, target frog. Do you have Consigned Memory? Damn, you do. Alright. In that case, I will pass in full. No attacks. And pass. Shifting Woodland is online. Floats the small frog. Fortunately, I do need to let them connect here. Not thrilled about it, but it is what it is. Prismatic. It's the blue source. We'll draw. Breeding Pool. Do I Breeding Pool Shock here? I don't need to. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1. Breeding Pool tapped. Mill a card. I will pass, no attacks. Pitch a Troxa. Do you have the Goryos? You do. Troxa will trigger. I imagine you're grabbing Solitude. Chooses Delta Brand. Oof. So Delta Brand Goryos. Yes. Draw 7. Float Frog. Am I dead is the question. I mean, I think the answer is yes. Yes. I unfortunately do not have an out here. I can make the Shifting Wood into a K command, but short of that, it's GG's. We'll concede. Unfortunate. Alright, we'll be back for match number 2. Alright, we're back for match 2. On the draw for game 1, we'll pass. Steam Vent Shock 18 is his prowess. Tamiyo, probably not. Could be Cutter. Play Verdant Cat and pass. Polluted Delta. Tamiyo will attack. Opponent gets a clue. Second main. So that's Rebuke mana, something to work on lookout for. Commercial District Surveil. Finds another temple. I mean, I really don't want another temple right now, to be honest. We really need a castable here. Put that to yard. Draw. Sprawl's not bad. We'll take a Sprawl. If they want to rebuke that, they can. Forest, Sprawl, and we'll go red and pass. Blue Delta Fetch Surveil. No. End step cast. Crack a clue. Okay. We'll pass. Could also be, is it Wizards? That's a possibility. Cutter, is it Wizards? End step and draw Ugin. I will play... Do we play Eldrazi Temple here? Is there a reason to reveal that we have it right now? Maybe not. 1, so 3, 5. I guess it does allow us to have a 7-mana value spell next turn. So go Temple. Yield all. See if you have Consign main. No Consign main. Body hits the board. Are going to see a Flame of Anor. Scowling turn, fetch 16. Steam Vent Shock 14. Was I right about the flame? Yeah, it was. I feel like they should do that on their turn. No? That way they can flip Tamiyo. Yep, can't mitigate the 5 damage. They'll draw 2. Tamiyo does not flip. We'll hold on the off chance it's relevant. Tamiyo will attack. Investigate. So next turn we'll kick the Myco. It'll land. Draw. Sanctum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I definitely want to go Myco first here before we go the Ugin. And Myco kick, hit the steam vents. 2 types in yard. Float red. Okay. Yield all. We could Bajuka Bogyar, but I don't think it's relevant in this exact moment. Shifting Woodlands is still offline for the foreseeable future. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll go Eldrazi Temple. This way, if we do draw into Emrakul, it's castable. Otherwise, we have Ugin or any of our other Eldrazi spells. Alright, we'll phase change, see if you have another flame. Polluted Delta fetch. Interesting. Steam Vent Shock. Are we sure I'm not playing against Death Shadow? Because it's starting to feel that way. Why shock that? There's a flame hitting spawn. I guess they're worried about Emrakul. Interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Bolt. Alright. Flame and bolt. And we'll pass and hold. It is an Eland. They should be pretty short on basics now if we ever want to go for a Ghost Quarter loop. They have to have more counter magic in hand, hence why I don't want to just Windmill Slam the Ugin, but still probably a fair play with Sanctum on board. That way we can grab an Emrakul. It gets rid of Tamiyo. It gets me to an Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We would be short, though, by a significant amount. One's still not playing anything. Jesus. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So in that case, I will start with combat. Attack of Myco. Opponent's down to 8. We'll play Temple and cast Ugin. Ugin target Tamiyo and yield all. I can only imagine you have counter magic in hand. Best case scenario is a counter spell. Worst case was a... What's this? Flare? And then what? Oh. One Shitong. Ah. Okay. Yep. You'll draw a card, and then if I search, they'll draw another. I understand. So, do I search is the question. I mean, I think there's no reason not to. I will say yes. I will grab Emrakul. We should be able to control their turn if nothing else. Otherwise, there's some argument for a Devour to get rid of one Shitong. Because there's no way... Yeah, there's no way that they don't have counter magic. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can definitely cast the Emrakul, but can we do enough to disrupt is the question. Whereas Devour gets a threat off board. Yeah, we'll go with Devour. One Shitong will trigger, we'll pass. It's much as I do want to go for Emrakul, I think the Devour is correct. We'll pass. Scouting Tarn will take 4 down to 14. Bottom draw, 7 in hand. And they're gonna have to deal with the Micro Spawn at some point because we have them down pretty low. There's Thundertrap Trainer. Finds Consult the Star Charts. Scouting Tarn fetch. Yeah, so definitely looks like Is It Wizards plus 1 Shitong? Which, I mean, yeah, if you're playing blue and hold up mana, then 1 Shitong makes sense. Blue. Tamiyo. Okay. We'll draw. Malevolent Rumble. Well, let's fire off Rumble first. Blue, Spell Snare, yield all. Cast Devourer of Destiny. Devour, exile 1 Shitong. Do you have another Flare in hand? There's Subtlety, pitching Subtlety, 1 Shi down. I'll put it on top. This is A-okay by me. Put it on top. Breeding Pool tapped, go to combat, and swing for 3. Again, you're pretty low on life right now. Is this a Consult the Star Charts? They fetch, they're in lethal range. Is this another Flame of Anor? Kind of looks like it. Yep. Tamiyo will flip. So we'll exile Tamiyo off the Devourer on top. Take 1 to 13. Fetch down to 3. Surveil. Put Slimming Falls to yard and Consult. Interesting. A little bit desperate. Draw. Cast Devourer of Destiny. Hit the Tamiyo. No reason to play anything else right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no reason to play anything else. We'll just yield all. So, clean board. I guess we will play a Sanctum and just represent that we have something. Not a K command, though. I guess we could have tapped a bit differently to represent that. I should have, in retrospect. There's another Tamiyo. You could definitely flip Tamiyo at this point. Crack a Clue. Crack a Clue. Flip the Tamiyo and plus. So now another Ugin or Devourer would be good. Even an Emrakul actually would be pretty decent here, as we would be able to take control of their turn. Minus Tamiyo, Bolt Tamiyo. I should just Bolt Self at that point. We'll draw. Rumble. Rumble. Do you have a counterspell? No counterspell. There is Maiko. Where's Bojuka Bog? Is Bojuka Bog in yard? Bojuka Bog is not in yard. We will go Maiko, which will allow me to grab Shifting Woodland. Though, do you want to go Shifting Woodland? Or do I want to go Bajuka Bog as a counterspell? Will yield all. Draws a card. Bajuka Bog would allow me to get rid of everything in their yard, including Flame. So that way they can't draw more cards or get rid of the Sowing Mycospawn. The main threat I have in yard right now is Devour of Destiny. Interesting. Jukavog or Shifting? I will say... I guess actually I don't have lethal on board with a plus with Tameo. I will say Shifting then. And I'm actually going to... Shifting for Ice Till now. And then play Sanctmavugan. Yeah, we'll go Sanctmavugan. We've already surveilled. As we also could go Temple, but Sanctum seems like the right choice here. Mill a card, K command. And then we'll go Temple, mill a card, Ugin. Was really hoping for an Emrakul or something. At this point, I will pass and pass. So Tameo can plus if they don't have a blocker for the Myco. Otherwise, I guess they can minus Flame. Tameo will plus. End step and draw Misty Rain. Oh boy. Alright, well, let's in that case target Devourer of Destiny. Yes. So that way we can go green, red, green, colorless. Go to combat. Do you have a subtlety or what you got here? Sink in the Stupor? For Consult Otawara. Yes. Go to attacks. Pluto Delta fetch down the 2. You're now in lethal range. And Flame of Anor? Flame, yes. Deal 5 damage. Second main phase. Play the Shifting. I will target the Ice Till once again. And I will grab Verdant Cat, Mill. There's Ghost Quarter. I'll fetch and say Forest, Talisman. And at that point, I will pass and pass. Tameo plus, they can use its -7 loyalty building next turn. I will draw K command. Well, let's Shifting Woodland. We will target the Vow of Destiny again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Though actually, hold on. Pause. Cancel. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, leaving back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. K command, ramp, and scry draw. X equals 5, that's 7 total. Trigger yield all. All I need to do is take control of your turn. Yep, and once he's the right end of the wall, we'll take the win for game 1. Okay, wizards. Wizards. Seems like a lot of free spells. So bubble seems good. Heat seems good. Dismember seems good. Carrot turn seems pretty mid. Ice Till doesn't seem necessary, though it is cute at times, I won't lie. Ugin out, because free spells. And then maybe Strict Serenade in? I don't know if Strict Serenade is necessarily necessary. Yeah, there's no big targets that I'm like, yes, I want to kill this. So I think I keep the Ice Tills in then. Right back. On the draw for game 2, I'll keep. We're looking for a Temple off top, but we have castables. Steam Vent Shock 4, Damio. Yep. And draw, Devourer, you're a bit late to the party. Sprawl for red, and pass. And pass. Tamio will attack, opponent gets a clue. We do need to worry about consign memory now. There's the temple, 2 up. I'll play the temple, hold the K command, see if they want to crack this clue on end step. Scouting turn, fetch. Surveil, they do not. Okay. Steam Vent Shock, 15. Tamio will attack, gets a clue. End step. We'll see if we can use the K command as permission. Interesting. Bottom, top, draw. And draw. Cast Chrysalis, trigger. This can sign the memory. So they did have it, but let the K command resolve. Fascinating. Yield all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I would still like to imprint Devourer here. Hold up K command X2. Perfect Springs, Bolt. Attack with Tamio, so they now have Subtlety mana up. And gets another clue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll hold. and draw another Devourer. 2, 4, 6, 7. In that case, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to start with Rumble then. Rumble. That resolves. Land, enchantment, creature. I mean, I think I'm going to take the Emrakul. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So... and 2. See if you have consign to memory. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Draws a card. Paying cost and 1 Chitong. We'll yield all. There's no reason for me to Sanctum here, to be completely honest. So, Tamiyo down. Flare. Flare's the Devourer. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess we could go for Maiko. Yeah, I guess we could go for Maiko to try and guarantee its resolution, but the fact that they didn't consign there tells me a lot. I'm going to say no here. We'll pass. And pass 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we could devour the Wanchi first anyways. Draw, breeding pool, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Return Devour to hand. Stomping Ground and Shock and Devour of Destiny. Target Wanchi. Snapcaster Mage to consign, sure. Yep, yield all. There's consign. Cast a flashback. Again, no reason to search. We'll yield all. And no. And pass. And pass. Otawara. Tamiyo. Attack for 3 down to 14. 2 cards in hand. We'll draw. I will... Maiko Spawn. Let's pause and think. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 minus 3 would be 11, so I don't have enough for Maiko plus. Downside of Maiko here is that it will trigger 1 Chitong. We could K command first to get rid of the 1 Chitong for X equals 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will K command, ramp, and exile the 1 Chitong. And done. Is 1 Chitong down? Is another consigned to memory. Force. Flare. Hardcast Flare. Well, I think I still will Breeding Pool here. Shock. Was hoping to kick. And pass in full. One Chi will trigger. You will draw a card, unfortunately. If I can land this Emrakul on board, it should be GG's. Unless that last card in hand's a Subtlety. Is that a Consign to Memory? The body or the trigger? I'd imagine the body. Really? Okay. Wow. I was not expecting that. With them hardcasting the Flare instead of like sacking the Snapcaster there, I'm very surprised. Also very surprised that they allowed me, or didn't give me the search, but I guess they don't want the Emrakul to hit board. So now just digging with clues to find something. Huh. Okay. So they'll get another clue. One Chi will hit. Down to 11. Paying cost for Tamiyo flip, sure. And draw. Well, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I will cast Emrakul. And triggers yield all. I will... Oh, I guess I should have... No, I guess it doesn't matter, the order, because it still happened before the... That's annoying. Do I want to search here? It gives them a draw since the Wan Chi's still on board. That is pretty awkward. If they have a Consign, though, I definitely want to have something else in hand. Huh. I mean, I could just grab another Emrakul. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And grab another Emrakul seems fine here. Let's grab another Emrakul. Yeah, it gives me a draw in exchange for them getting a draw. So we'll grab another Emrakul at this point. One Chi will trigger. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So no reason to play the land right now. We'll pass in full. Does Emrakul hit the board? Flare, sacking... The Snapcaster's fine, so in that case, do we attack Tamiyo? There's nothing in the yard that we want, necessarily. I actually think I might attack them. Let's attack you. Yeah, we're probably casting Flare on their own spell anyways, is most likely what's going to happen. So let's attack you right now. We can't block the Wan Chi. Down to 10. 10, 11 will be down to 9. There's Snapcaster, Blood Moon, Counterspell. Oh, they're locked out of blue. They're literally locked out of blue if I cast this Blood Moon. That's so funny. We'll draw. Polluted Delta. Okay, well this makes things kind of interesting, doesn't it? So, we're gonna want a Tamiyo. Tamiyo minus... I mean, theoretically we could grab the Consign. Like, we could just Windmill Slam the Blood Moon. And there's locked out of blue. We Polluted Delta, crack. Fail to find. We play Blood Moon. I suppose... Okay. So, what we can do here then, if I'm looking at this correctly, Tamiyo minus Flare. Grab the Flare. We cast Blood Moon, cast Counterspell. Flare, Wan Chi Tong, Counterspell. Blood Moon resolves, leaving it with nothing but a Snapcaster they can do nothing with in hand? Yes. Okay. So let's start with Tamiyo minus on Flare. So we'll pick up Flare. And then I will play Polluted Delta. We'll fetch down to 9. There's Thundering Falls. Do we want to set up the top deck? I think it's actually kind of reasonable here. So we'll set up their top deck. And then Blood Moon, Counterspell, Flare. So Thundering Falls, Surveil Trigger. What do we find? Sink in the Stupor. We don't care about Sink in the Stupor because they're going to be locked out of blue anyways. We'll put that on top. We will cast Blood Moon. So red, leaving double blue. So 1, 2, 3. Counterspell targeting Moon, blue. And then Flare, sacrifice a blue creature countering Counterspell, sacrifice 1 Chi Tong, leaving nothing but Snapcaster. I will, at that point, pass in full. Blood Moon's on board. Yep, and past you, you have a Sink and Stupor in hand. That does nothing. You can draw a card off the clue, but unless you find a blue source, you're bricked. Opponent says, nice line. Thank you. So I draw a card. GG. Opponent says, GG, well played. Opponent will scoop it up, and we got there. Solid win against Izzet Wizards. We'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. We're going to keep a risky hand. Like, I recognize it's risky. But if you find a force equivalent, which we have roughly 9 hits off the top, then this hand's pretty gas. Let's see. Flooded Strand, draw, and... Ooh. Alright. So we'll tuck the Ugin. We're going to cycle the K command, probably when they go fetch. Just on the off chance. I guess we're force checking at that point. I will K command. And done. There's Gemstone, bit late to the party, friend. Also not a green source, but allows us a K command X1 the following turn. Looks like this is Birthing Ritual. No, it's Neobrand. I'm in danger. We might just be dead. I haven't played against Neobrand in a hot minute, but I think I might just be dead. Let's see. No, we're somehow alive. Shocking. Sprawl. Not what I wanted to see. We'll hold the K command X1. Not much else to do. Planar Genesis. Looking for deep. Planar Genesis is such a good card. It's just a shame that, like, it's not used more. Yeah, I've not played against Neobrand in a very long time. So long, in fact, that my Excel spreadsheet doesn't even autofill it. That's how long ago. I mean, I have plenty of cards in the sideboard for it, so we'll see if it's enough. Interesting. Okay, put it into hand. Do we somehow get another turn? Is Allosaurus Rider into Eldritch Evolution? Looks like it. It is an Eldritch Evolution. Oh, do you really have Xenagos in hand or Pact? Show me the Xenagos and I'll concede. There's the Xenagos. I'll concede. Yeah, about how this matchup goes. So let's take a look. Sideboard guide for Neobrand. We're taking out all the things, basically. And we're bringing in Grafdigger's Cage, Strict Serenade, Bauble Trinosphere. Alright, let's run it back. On the play for game 2. That's an early cage, that's very good. I will keep. Temple, cage, pass. And pass. Do I play Talisman on 2? Draw. Ooh, double Myco. I really want to kick the Myco, so I'm going to go Cake Man X2, try and find a green source. We'll pass. When they go to fetch, we'll Cake Command. Cake Command, ramp, and scry draw. This time we actually get to dig a bit. And there's a forest. Devourer to bottom, forest top, and draw, and pass. I'm gonna kick Myco Spawn to a kicked Myco Spawn feels pretty good here. Ooh, they could win on turn 2. Do they have the turn 2 win? Dude. Seriously? I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, they literally have the turn 2 win. They had the Nature's Claim. Oh, okay. Ghalta. Into Grizzlebrand. Into Rider. Well, this makes it interesting. I mean, going for Myco Spawn no longer feels like an option. It does cut them short on lands, but they can Grizzlebrand dig deeper. I mean, they find Xenagos, even if the Cyrus 7 Death, we're still losing, right? But Cyrus 7 Death can at least block the Grizzlebrand. Yeah, that's awkward on so many levels. I think I have to go Sire. Kinda wish I kept that Devourer now, so I could have gotten rid of the Ghalta. Do you have a Pact? Pact into Consigned Memory, the trigger. Grizzlebrand digs deeper. Yep. Pact Consign win. Yes, Consigned to Memory. Yeah, like, more and more, I really do think that they really should have printed Consigned to Memory for its replicate cost to have been blue. I think that would have made it a more balanced card because it really can just be played in anything splashing blue. So this is lethal damage, exactly. Yep. Yeah, nothing I could do about that. Absolutely nothing. Alright, we'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4. On the play for game 1. Turn 3 Myco. Sure. Would love to see a Rumble off top then. Surveil. Looking for a land. There's a land. Put it on top and pass. And pass. Surveil. Draw. Play Wooded Foothill. No reason to play the Temple right now. Wooded Foothill, fetch 19. Breeding pool. Breeding pool. What is this? Quantum Riddler Warp. Draw a card. 4 color. Is this 4 color? Jeez. 4 color Birthing Ritual? One of those spike lists, maybe? We'll go Stomping Ground tapped. And draw. Ice Still. I'll play Temple then. Cast the Myco. Yield all. How do I want to proceed here? We could go Ghost Quarter, which is kind of fun. We can go Ghost Quarter into Ice Till, right? But I think ramping here might genuinely be better instead. So if this is 4 color, I might not want to go for Temple. If they have a Charm on hand and nothing else, they could hard cast it. In that case, let's go with a fetch? Yeah, I guess we can go for a fetch and then just pass. Go for a fetch. We'll play it safe. I don't like that I think I need to do that, but I think it's correct. If I am thinking that this is correct and this is the 4C Birthing Ritual deck. Forest 4. I think I'm right on the money. Uh-huh. Birthing Ritual. Go to end step. What do you find? If you find the Hellkite, that is a problem. Omnath is fine, though. Omnath is a-okay. We'll fetch. Breeding Pool. Tapped. Omnath, draw. And draw. Chrysalis. Chrysalis or Ice Till? I think I need to go Ice Till and ramp. The only problem is we're running out of basics. We're genuinely running out of basics. And that is a problem. Huh. I guess we can just hope that we draw into... I guess 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we can't do that. All right, we'll play Ice Still. Mill over into some lands. Sanctum, trigger. All right, and at this point, I will pass. So at least we are now playing around Charmaw. Omnath will gain some life. They'll make some mana. Yep. Steam Vent Shock down to 17. I have 8 mana. And that's 5 for Hellkite. Hellkite hits Temple. Yep, that is fine. I'll grab the Forest as a stun counter. We mill a card. 4. Double green, double white. What the fresh hell is this? Cycle Triumph, okay. Omnath will attack. We'll go down to 14. That is fine. End step Ritual. Sacrifice Hellkite, I'd imagine. Sacrifice Omnath for another Hellkite, popping the Sanctum. We'll float. We'll grab another Forest. Do we want to grab our last Forest here? I suppose so. There's Cavernous Souls. 3 types in Yard. Okay, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Depending on what we mill, we can play the Emrakul Temple Mill. And then Temple Mill. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Awesome. Do I want to fire off the K return? Probably not right now. Yield all. Gonna say no. Alright. Our turn, comrade. A Solitude you have. Well, don't mind if I do. Wait, why didn't you Solitude? You could have pitched the Omnath, right? What? Draw. Main. Yeah, because we can Solitude, pitch Omnath. So I guess, how do I want to, like, how much can I mess up their hand here? Because we can smack a Hellkite into Emrakul, we can sacrifice a Hellkite to Birthing Ritual. So I almost want to play the Shardless Agent or the Omnath to then Solitude. I guess we can't play the Omnath, but we can just play either Shardless or the Magmatic. Non-basic land an opponent controls. It is very important to note it says an opponent controls. So yeah, I guess we play Shardless Agent, Solitude Pitch, Exile Agent. Magmatic into Emrakul, sack Magmatic to Birthing Ritual. Yes, so let's start there with Shardless Agent. And 3. Agent trigger. Finds Ritual. I'm going to say no to that. Thank you very much. And then Solitude, Exile, pitch Omnath. Solitude, trigger, exile, Shardless Agent. Evoke trigger, yield all, and yield all. We will play the Windswept Teeth. Go to combat. Attack with Hellkite. Block with Emrakul. Go to end step, trigger. We look, Aang at the Crossroads. Interesting. Oh, that's fascinating. So, oh, that's really cool. That's a cool addition to this deck. I like it. So we'll sacrifice Magmatic Hellkite, but we're not going to play anything. We don't want anything on board here. There, they just have the Hellkite right now. We'll sacrifice and say no to all. So those go to the bottom of the library in random order. I'm going to fetch the Windswept Teeth. We could Hedge Maze and determine their top deck. Let's do that. Hedge Maze, Surveil trigger. Omnath. I really don't want you having an Omnath here. So we're going to put that in a graveyard since it's a draw one. And we'll pass. And pass. And next turn we have Ugin. And get rid of a ton of their cards. So is this Hellkite? Riddler, draw a card, sure. Looking for Binding, maybe? Sacrifices for Solitude, eats the Emrakul. That's fine by me. I will draw Sprawl. We can start there. For red. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can go Sanctum, trigger. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess we can minus or zero Ugin as well. Exile, yeah. And let's play the Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls, name Eldrazi. Mill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sanctum trigger, Ugin trigger. Ugin will exile the Birthing Writ. I will say yes. I will grab another Emrakul. I will then Writhing Chrysalis. Ugin, target Solitude, yield all, and we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Okay, I'm glad that we figured out quick what this was. Alright, let's move the sideboard. So we definitely want Grafdigger. It doesn't... I mean, I guess they still have Solitude, Subtlety, but they don't have as many free spells like Flare. So I'm not sure if we want Vexing Bauble. We definitely want Unholy Heat. We definitely want Dismember. They don't have as many cards that we can simply hit with K returns. Not like they run the Coiling Oracles or the Ice Fang. They mainly go with Snapcaster into Ritual. So I think we can take out the K returns. Dismember's still relevant because it hits Omnath. Heat's still relevant as well. We definitely want the Ice Tills still. We'll trim a Rumble. But Jukabog I don't think is doing much here. But they probably will play some number of consigns still. Ghost Quarter also is a bit iffy. We want Strict Serenade. Let me take a look at my sideboard guide for Birthing Writ real quick. Yeah, normally we bring in the Vexing Bauble, but I don't think we want it in this matchup. We definitely want Ice Till. So like maybe trim a Chrysalis. No. Trimming an Emrakul might be right. This one's weird. This one's a weird one. Let's run it back like this. See what's up. Thankfully, though this deck like is real, it does exist. It's not like a real deck. It's one of Spike Sprues that sees some play, but nothing of relevance. If we find a green source, that's not bad. I'll keep. We're gonna dig with Devourer. Devourer, and then pass in full. Flooded Strand, passing, Devour trigger for a forest to forest equivalent. There's the Misty. We'll grab the Misty. Play Misty, fetch. Fetch for a forest, and Sprawl for red, and then pass. So now we're possibly sequencing Chrysalis into Myco. There is some thought, though, of playing around a Shardless Agent into Birthing Writ, though, if there's Unholy Heat. But they don't have green and blue, so we should be fine, actually, then. K command. Red, white, holding 2. What are they holding for? I mean, they don't have any castables unless they have green on 2 for Ritual. So in that case, I think we should be fine to play Chrysalis here. We'll hold. And next turn we have a kicked Myco. There's Flooded Strand. Fetch down the 18 for Breeding Pool. We're going to kick that for sure. Yeah, you don't have the mana. I guess you have Riddler. Riddler Warp, that's fine. Warp Trigger. Yes, we'll draw. Interesting question here of whether or not I want to play this lab. I think I do. It just means that if they do find another red source and have a Charmal in hand, they can play the Charmal. We definitely want to get rid of the Breeding Pool. That much is for sure. So, lab, no imprint. And kick the Breeding Pool. What do we grab here? We could grab a forest to forest equivalent for Rumble, but opponent's just going to scoop it up. It looks like they must have been light on green sources. All right, solid win. We'll be back for match number 5. All right, we're back for match 5 on the draw for game 1. Opponent kept their opening 7, so did we. Scalding Tarn, fetch 19. Steam Vent Shock is his prowess. And it's a rag. So, could be Blink, could be Zoo, based on the Steam Vents. So, I mean, we're looking at a turn 2 Rumble. Tempted to go for the Chrysalis here. Yeah. Unfortunately means that Ragavan will pilfer. What will the Ragavan pilfer? Ragavan pilfers and pilfers. A K command, that would have been nice. Red. Whoa. Hold up. Isn't Murktide? Ragavan, DRC? I mean, it's not Zoo. And it's not Blink. So this seems like it's Murktide. Which means that they might just have the win here. Bobble, yeah, looks like Murktide. Shoot. Yep, we're in a little bit of trouble. Because if they're holding up counter magic, we're in a bit of a pickle then. Target self. Okay. End step, fetch Misty Rain. Commercial District Surveil. K command on top. Bobble trigger. The question now becomes whether or not we go for the K command or go for the Rumble. Probably better to go for K command. Let's see. Do they fetch on end step? They do. I will ramp in exile. Yes, I will ramp in exile. Do we exile the rag or exile the DRC? Only 2 types in yard for the DRC. Yeah, we'll get rid of the rag. And done. You need a spell pierce or a force here. Rag down. Spawn has been created. So we at least have a blocker now. Surveil. Yep, looks like is it Murktide. Mengu, I know you love Murktide, but please, let the dragon just die. The deck is kind of obsolete at this point. Down to 16. Bobble trigger, DRC. Why not play the bobble prior to the DRC? Interesting. I guess they knew they weren't going to be able to get Delirium. Guess that would make sense. Draw. Bob will target me. And draw. Wooded Foothills fetch forest rather than revealing the shifting seems right. And Chrysalis, do you have a counterspell? Is this Subtlety? Yeah, Subtlety's fine. I will say yield all. I'll put this on top. Yeah, that's okay by me. We'll pass. I'll take 4 down to 11, but we have a Devour in hand that they don't know about. Down to 14. For a dashed rag, we'll be blocking that. Go to blocks, block the rag. Take 4 down to 11. Blue for Murk. Yep, looks like a Murk, but it's a small Murk. Actually, a very small Murk. And it's a 3/3. Okay. Like, literally the Chrysalis can block it. That's wild. And that means that we're free to cast whatever we want here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm able to cast Chrysalis here. Yield all. Does he have a flare in hand? I then can cast Mycospawn. So we'll go 1, trigger. Two, 3, 4, Myco, yield all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will play Forest. Trigger again. And Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll grab the Ugin. And I'll pass at that point. And holes. They have Rag in hand, 2 unknown. Preordained triggers. DRC is very far away from Delirium. Top bottom draw. I mean, the best case scenario here is probably a Sink in the Stupor. Bolt. Target spawn, that's fine. Might go down. No attacks. Plays the rag. I mean, that would suggest this Ugin's free to cast, right? We'll draw. K command 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will Stomping Ground and Shock. Down to 9. I guess I should be smart. Sack trigger. And Ugin. Ugin will attempt to exile the Murktide. Yield all. We can Ugin 0. K command, scry draw, exile, And exile the rag. Done. Ugin will exile the subtlety. Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we'll scoop it up. We'll take the win. Cool. Let's see here. So Unholy Heat, Dismember, Strict Serenade. Is that it? I mean, we could theoretically bring in the Bauble, Subtlety, and Force, but that's about it. Ice Till's probably out. I guess they could play Charmaw, but it's more likely they're playing Harbinger. Cutting Ugin makes a bit of sense here if they're playing Force. Bajuka Bog, Cavern of Souls is fine. Ghost Quarter out. And a Rumble out. Do we keep the K returns? I suppose so. Otherwise, we cut them for Vexing Baubles. Let's run it back like this. If I find a Talisman or a Sprawl, this looks good. We'll keep. But I'm looking down to 6, Reveal Devour, and Pass in Full. Spirebluff Canal, 4, Bauble. No DRC, no Rag. Devourer. We'll grab the K command. Bubble target me, sees the K command. My one concern about going Windswept Heath Fetch for a Surveil land is, again, that possibility of a Harbinger. So I think I'm going to go Breeding Pool tapped and pass. I guess we should have, maybe we should have went Windswept Heath Fetch for Forest. Polluted Delta, passing, draw. Yeah, I should play the Windswept Heath in retrospect. Went for a Forest, because now we can't play the Lab. Yeah, we'll play the Windswept Heath. We'll pass. Because, yeah, if they grab a basic mountain here, they most certainly have... Okay, so no basic mountain. That's good. They're definitely holding up counter magic, though. Basic mountain would have definitely have meant Harbinger. Rag to Yard. Preordain, okay. Only downside now is if I don't go for a red, we can't play the Chrysalis. End step, fetch. We'll go Commercial District after all then. Dismember on top. And draw. Ugin Lab will imprint the Devourer. Do you give me the body or do you give me the trigger? You give me both? Okay, I was not expecting that. We'll hold. Scouting Tarn fetch. Steam Vent Shock. Unholy Heat. 4 types in Yard. Can't do anything about that. Yep. Blood Moon is less than ideal, but workable. Yes, that will resolve. We need to pray they don't have a force. Pass in full. And draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can do one of two things here. We can either K command. I think I want to play the Talisman. And then K command, ramp, and scry draw. X equals 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So I'm gonna say bottom. Top, draw. And pass. And I suppose I should hold, but since they have Blood Moon now, I'm not all too worried. In fact, we can shut them out completely of... Oh, yes, I can. I can shut them out completely of blue sources, can't I? Take out the island. Do you have a consigned memory? Oh, no consign? That's huge. Alright, I will grab a forest then. Do I want to play the Cavern Souls? I guess I will. Because we're not going to grab that Blood Moon at this point. Heat is fine. Should have probably phase changed in retrospect. Grab the Talisman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're just going to hold the Talisman, though. I mean, we have Ugin next turn. But they can only play red spells right now since they locked themselves out of blue. Ooh, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Tis an Emrakul. Do you have a subtlety? Bundle skips it up. We'll take the win. Solid. 3-2 record at the end of 5. I will take it. All right. Well, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you reached a point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Though my goal is to be live on Saturday, November 29th at 10 a.m. CST for the Showcase Challenge. Big if on that one. If I don't wake up on time or I snooze through my alarm, then c'est la vie. Otherwise, I'll be live at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenge. With that being said, though, folks, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.